finish after my last song.
Welcome everyone to day 4 of Mental Health Awareness Week. We have an amazing session planned up ahead. We're joined by Gareth John from Chiltern Music Therapy. So we will be focusing on a music therapy session today. Gareth was a former opera singer and now works as a neurological music therapist. The schedule for today is there will be 4 exercises that center around the breath, grounds our bodies and minds, and offers an opportunity to communicate with the inner self. Music, as we all know, uses many compartments of the brain simultaneously. As a result, when we listen to music while doing an activity or exercise, it often overrides any obstruction or feelings of possible anxiety. In this calm space, breath is regulated, lung capacity is extended, and this promotes a greater intake of oxygen in the body. The mind is removed of any unnecessary clutter and is given the opportunity to process, to be with more important and relevant thoughts and memories. We are at peace with ourselves in this moment. So with that said, that was I think a great introduction to music therapy. I'll pass it over to Gareth. Gareth, you want to give a quick introduction to yourself, and then we can kick off with the session. I'll put you on screen now, and I'll go off and re-enter towards the end of the session, if that's okay.
Yeah. Hi, everyone, and thank you, Raj, for the welcome. As Raj mentioned, today's well-being session will focus on the use of music for our emotional well-being and mental health. Breathing effectively immerses us into a state of focused and sustained attention and awareness. And as such, this element is probably the most important in today's session. It will also prime our minds, or if you like, ready our brains in a calm way, thus enabling us to carry out tasks to the greatest effect. We will begin by breathing. We will use music as a guide to assist and drive our breathing. And the more we do this, the more we trust in music and the process, the greater the results in many ways. You may also wish to close your eyes if this helps, but it isn't a necessity. So let's begin by breathing in for 4, holding it for 4, and out for 4. We've all done these exercises in numerous other classes like yoga and other mindfulness classes before, so we are aware of this, but this time let music drive that and carry you as well. Okay, so here we go, and I'll assist you on the piano as well. I hope you can hear it well enough. Right, so in 4, in, and hold, and out. Great, nicely done. And again, and in, hold, and out. Couple of more times. Okay. In, hold, holding it, and out. Last time. In, hold, out. So now that we have a greater awareness of that pulse, the things that drive our breath in those exercises, trust in this more and let that guide your breath equally within the counts required, so that the appropriate amount of breath is inhaled and exhaled naturally. So you don't have any excess breath, or you're feeling you're running out of breath, but using the optimum amount of breath for the timing required in the music. And this then helps us gain control of our breathing, which is a real important aspect in many ways, and also regaining control emotionally as well, one might say. Okay, so let's do that again. And this time we'll go in for 4, hold for 4, but when we exhale, we'll exhale for 8 beats. Okay, and it doesn't sound as daunting as you think. You will have enough breath in your body to do this. Okay, so in for 4, hold for 4, and out for 8. Ready, and in, hold, and out. There you go, and again. In, hold, great job. Last time. In, hold, out. Now, in the last one, we're going to go in for 4, hold, and this time, breathe out for 12. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. In, hold, out. Great job. And again. In, hold, out. Great. Brilliant. And lastly, without the music, but following the same internal pulse we felt in that music, let's breathe in, hold, and out for as long as we need on that click to expel any clutter and readying us for the tasks ahead. Brilliant. I would like to invite you now, to engage in a little music appreciation. For this activity, I would like you to focus on the elements within the music that sing out to you or that you relate to the most. It is as simple as that. There is no expectancy here So please try to move away from the thinking of whether this is a right or wrong feeling. This doesn't have a place here. This is purely subjective. And I'm asking you, or the exercise is asking you really to focus on the experience of listening, okay, and what this means to you. So please allow yourself this indulgence. Okay, here we go. Thank you. For this next activity, you will need a piece of blank paper and something to draw with, either pens, pencils, paints, all are fine. So now that you have experienced intensive listening from what I played previously, I would like to invite you to take this next step further and draw out your feelings and experiences on a blank piece of paper in front of you, like an artist faced with a blank canvas. The drawing can be completely abstract, or if you feel you need a bit more structure to enable you, why not think of people, places, countries? For example, if I was a person or if I was a place, who or what would I be? So it's a completely open thing for you to delve into. And for this piece, I would like to play you the overture, the beginning of the opera Hansel and Gretel by Engelbert Humperdinck. Now that you have experienced and immersed yourself in musical appreciation and following that guided drawing, what we've just done there, bring your minds to words and meaning. And in the same vein as the previous activities, use the following piece of music as an underlying score to your own words and poetry to write down. Remember that there is no expectancy here. You can use single words, streams of thoughts, known quotes, anything you like. Discover your own cohesion through words in response to this piece of music. You might recognize this piece of music, by the way. It's called Make You Feel My Love, a pop song. And it's a quick kind of a piano arrangement of that. Thank you all for engaging and investing your precious time, because time is a precious thing, in this session. It is really important that music, as well as holding a person safely in thought and process, also bridges a person back to the here and now. And so to finish our session and to bridge us back into a space of that here and now, I would like to sing a very familiar tune called What a Wonderful World. And after this, Raj will return to your screen. But thank you very much for engaging and partaking in the session today. And I hope you've been able to take something from it. Thank you. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark secret night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see a friend shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're only saying, I love you. I hear babies crying, I watch them grow. They learn much more than I'll ever know, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
That was great, Gareth. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate you taking the time out. And what I really liked about that session was about how we could use music to almost anchor ourselves into the present moment and almost use it as a measure to do different activities that kind of helps us introspect and be creative at the same time. And I really enjoyed that, and I'm sure our listeners and people who've tuned in also enjoyed that a lot. So appreciate that. If anyone's got any questions, by all means, shoot away. Gareth can take those questions now. Otherwise, feel free to also leave them in our comment box. Chiltern Music Therapy and MindHug have a very special relationship, so we can always get that through to them as well. But if you do have any burning questions, please ask away. No, it doesn't seem like there are any questions, Gareth. What we do usually to end the session is we just let people know what MindHug is up to, and we just give them a brief video around where we are, what progress we've made, and where we see ourselves going in the future, and then we can call it an end to the session. So here's the video. Well, that's a wrap for today then. We have one more day of Mental Health Awareness Week in terms of events and activities that we're doing, and that's tomorrow. So just to give you a bit of detail around what we have tomorrow, we have a full board. So we have Anik doing therapeutic art. We have Alison Lindsay coming in and doing breath work, and we have Amira Khan who gives us talks about psychological insights and innovation within the mental well-being space. So tune in tomorrow for our last day of activities and events. And once again, happy Mental Health Awareness Week. Gareth, thank you for your time. Thank you for everyone who tuned in, and see you tomorrow.